Yeah, Kelly, and it's not good news. I mean, we wish you had better news to report on a Monday. Obviously, the good news was last week was that the Nord Stream restarted up at all. But now that news you just reported is that Gazprom is saying it's going to cut those flows by 50% starting on Wednesday. Remember, it restarted at 40% of total capacity. Gazprom saying because of a turbine issue, same thing that we've talked about, it's going to bring those down to 20%. So a 50% reduction from already reduced levels. Now, this turbine thing is what Vladimir Putin and Gazprom are using. But if you talk to Nord Stream, if you talk to many people at Siemens that understand this, they will tell you that there's always a backup turbine available, that this turbine availability and maintenance issue, Kelly, maybe I think in technical parlance, bunk. Either way, you can see that gas prices, both the United States and in Europe, are on the rise again. And as of Wednesday, Gazprom, it looks like it's going to take down those gas flows into Germany by 50%. That is going to severely damage Germany's ability to get that storage level up to where it needs to be ahead of the winter and possibly could lead to gas rationing, as we talked about.
Right, this time forced. They've said 15% would get us through the winter, and basically if you don't do it, we're going to have to force you. But this hasn't been agreed to, has it yet? I thought that was maybe this week that they wanted all of the EC members to agree on kind of this joint move on energy. And we've already seen some fracturing where certain countries are saying, Germany, you chose this energy policy, you got us into this mess, and we don't want to do it.
That's it. I mean, and Spain came out and kind of said as much. I mean, they're using more political diplomatic language, Kelly, but they're basically saying, to your point, this is your problem, you deal with it. We're not going to ration gas or our economy because of problems that you made. This is what's going to be interesting. We're seeing sort of the far right in France start to rustle around, make noise about Germany's problem as well. Even if they pass this proposal for these voluntary 15% cuts, will the countries do it? If so, how do they do it? As our steel mill that we were at, the guy we were talking to that runs it said, are they going to go business by business and say yes, no, yes, no? What if they kill one of our suppliers? They let us stay open, but our supply chain or trucking company are shut down, then we're effectively shut down. Nobody knows how the mechanism may actually work. They're also going for a potential mandatory mechanism, Kelly. And if we get to that point, I want to make this point crystal clear. If you say I'm rationing energy, you are saying we are rationing the economy. In many ways, the economy is simply just turning energy into productivity. You can't ration gas and not effectively say we're going to take a hammer to the knee of the German or EU economy.
Say that again, Brian. It's turning energy into productivity. I love the way you put that.
Yeah, the economy in many ways is just turning energy into productivity. You use energy to make stuff, drive stuff, travel stuff, whatever it is. Energy is the economy. You can't take 15% of energy offline and expect to have a similar economy. The question is how much of an economic hit might that be? Right. How much will this impact German GDP? And, will that be a steep and deep recession?
Right, and we've seen, I saw, estimates of, okay, we're going to trim growth by half a point to a point. I hope that that's it, because what we're potentially looking at would be a much larger hit than that. Brian, we'll leave it there. Thank you, Brian Sullivan.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.